Hello. I've been vlogging for about 2 years now. I started without any video knowledge and I've kind of figured out some random stuff along the way. So I thought I'd pass on some of my wisdom to you YouTubers in case you want to make a video vlog and haven't bothered to look at any of the hundreds of other people who have all given the same advice already. Little disclaimer, this isn't instructions on how to make a professional quality production. It's just simple tips to make your own personal vlog a little better. So today's lesson is light. Like photography, video loves light. You want to have a lot of it. It's very important. A lot of digital camcorders have a gain in it, but when the light's low, it boosts the noise along with the signal, which looks awful. We've all seen YouTube videos that look like this. If you overlight things just a little bit and then darken it in post, you'll get really nice crisp blacks that look awesome and no noise. You may have heard of color temperature, which can sound a little confusing if you're not a nerd. I'll try to be very simple about it, but some lights are very warm, which means they have a yellowish or orange tone. Some light is cool, so it has a green or blue tone. Simple rule to follow, just try to use light that's the same color. It's hard because your eye is very good at correcting for the difference. A camera really exaggerates the difference. So I want to test with a cheap little camera first. I find it best to just buy all the same kind of light, set it up, switch the little color correct control on the camera, and record and go, and not worry about it later. Don't think, oh, I'll just fix it in post. Anything that you want to fix in post won't be as good as stuff you fix before you film it, and it takes a whole lot longer. So just switch the thing on the menu before you shoot, and your worries will be gone. Some lights, like halogen, are very, very direct and will give you hot spots on your face and bright highlights. Other lights, like fluorescents, are usually much softer light and will give you softer, more fuzzy shadows. Also, when light is very close to you, it looks very direct. When light's far away, it's much more diffused and soft. As light gets further away from you, it gets darker a whole lot faster than you'd expect. For instance, when it's right by your face, it's really bright. You double the distance. It's not half as bright as it was, it's only a quarter as bright. Double the distance again, it's much less than a quarter. It's like 11% what it was when it was here. It's sort of like an exponential curve downwards. So if your lights are far away, you need them way, way brighter than you think. Dynamic range. Your eye has a very, very wide range from darkest darks to lightest lights. Camera's range is much shorter. Have you ever noticed when you're looking at a sunset, you can see all the details in the landscape and you can see the beautiful sky. You pull out your camera to take a picture of it, the landscape has become a silhouette and you still see the sky. Or if you meter for the landscape, the sky just looks all white and awful. That's because your camera can only pick up a narrow range where your eye can pick up a wider range. So if you want to have a nice plain white wall background, this right now to my eye looks perfectly flat, but on the video it's very easy to see dark spots and shadows and uneven patches because the camera exaggerates lightness and dark. So especially if you're lighting for, say, a green screen, it's very hard to light it properly. You can spend $500 on a camera, or you can spend $1,000 on a camera, or you can spend $500 on the camera and $100 on lights and get results that are very, very similar to the $1,000 camera. So it doesn't matter how much money you spend, how good your equipment is. If your lights suck, you're going to get terrible results. And lighting doesn't have to be expensive. If you look at this is a reading lamp that I found somewhere, and I just put in a simple 150 watt equivalent bulb I got from a hardware store. So this is about $10. It's very soft bluish light, very diffused. It's good for filling in backgrounds or acting as a backlight. Right now for my keys, it's just a simple halogen on a really crappy frame. It's a 100 watt halogen. Right now I'm using two. This one is the key. very direct, very bright. Because this one is further away, it will look dimmer and not fill in as brightly. And I've got another fluorescent right here, just to smooth things out a little bit. And my eyes are pretty sensitive to sunlight, so that's why I'm squinting, because all I can see are just big patches of white right here in the camera right in front of me. So, lighting. Very important to have good vlog.